Well, I would answer by saying something similar to what I said before, but contextualizing in the frame of your question. I think that each and every one of us, individually and communally, has to create a path for life, and that if we believe in it deeply and strongly, then we are going to try and carry it forth as proudly as possible. But there always has to be some sense of the mystery, some sense that God is greater than any religious tradition or truth statement. That is how I try and hold that tension. And whether it's on issues that are considered quote-unquote religious or secular, I find myself to be a person of great passion and conviction. And yet I think it's important in the midst of that to still say, I don't hold all of the cards. I have not collected all of the marbles. I don't know all of the moves on the chessboard. And I think that introduces a very necessary dose of humility into the story. The other thing that I would add, which is related to it, is that we never know how the story is going to finish, which is part of what I like so much about narrative. Because we come to each and every one of these encounters with a sense of a coherent self, more or less, depending on the day or the hour. And then again, there is surprise. Because if we're open to the world around us, if we're at once both deeply rooted and growing based on the environments in which we find ourselves, then we know that the story is unfinished. And between those two elements, I think one of the most important things is whether one is Orthodox or Reform or Reconstructionist or use any of the other terms that may apply, there has to be always a sense of self-criticism. So that there's mystery, there is an understanding that the story is unfinished, and that along the way, each of us is making mistakes. And that if we can find wisdom and insight and companionship from others, then there is the possibility that the work that we do can be improved upon, and that we can mix our best energies and intentions in a way that will serve the common